This is Record Royale, where we throw two albums into the ring with one another and see which one comes out on top. Alright, the year is 2022. COVID is still ruining a lot of things. Festivals and gigs are getting cancelled everywhere around the country. Who knows when they're going to be back. Australia's won the Ashes convincingly to no one's surprise. And your boys are back for Season 6. That's right, Season 6. Hey. Boys, we're here. We have a big show. Jack McEwan, frontman of Perth band Psychedelic Porn Crumpets, is on the show. But before that, how are we? How are we doing? How are my boys doing?
Bloody great, honestly. Feeling it's a new year, new me.
It's been a weird couple months, honestly, since I kind of missed the pod, honestly. I really did. It was a bit of consistency.
Me too.
The pod gives me structure to my life.
Yeah, absolutely right. I had the old spicy cough, you could say. Personally,
the plague.
I got the plague.
Black plague.
I had a really funny story. I was upstairs in ISO, and they were playing cricket out the front. I was on the balcony. I asked to throw the ball up, and it got stuck on the roof. So I tried to use my arm. My recording arm to get on top of the roof.
Oh, the mic stand.
Yeah. Try to use the mic stand to get the ball out of the gutter, and this little bit got stuck up in the gutter. It was hilarious. No. And it was only just seconds before this right now that I finally got it back.
Shit.
So I was up there for a month.
Oh, you got onto the roof?
Yeah, I got stuck on the roof. No, my roommate got it down.
You would have had to get on.
You'd be too scared to do it. Get up there.
You'd have had to get back on Amazon. Back on Amazon and order a $14.
They've done well.
Mic stand.
Well. It was so funny. My fucking mic stand was on the roof for a month.
Hey, these
and it wasn't rusty.
These things are almost 2 years old, and they were like $10. It's actually unbelievable. It's so good. Yeah.
Because they don't move though.
No, yeah.
That was my COVID.
Yeah, I did find. Obviously people in my family were COVID affected, so Christmas wasn't the same. New Year's was fun, and then now it's because I work in school, so it's fuck. I have to go back to regular work in a week and a half, and I'm just I have no structure to my life, so that'll be good. I'm fat now. I'm fucking. It's just been cooked.
Too many bees. Too much cricket.
Too much watching cricket, scrolling on my phone. But cricket's done now. I mean, there's still Big Bash and shit, but come on, Big Bash, seriously. What about you, Adam? What's been happening?
Kids.
You and the dog?
Not too much, to be honest. My life's just work at a supermarket, so that never ever stops. Everyone, we got 0 staff, so I've been working every day. But other than that, went home to the Senny West, went to Orange, went to Dubbo, and brought the Greyhound with us. We finally saw him really let go and show us what he was made of, and I'll tell you what,
put him on the track.
Quite terrified, honestly. He came sprinting towards me, and I almost pissed myself.
What was the max speed, you reckon?
Did you get the rabbit?
60
It
k's?
seemed 70 k's.
Do you need,
but it probably
would
wasn't.
he have clipped the one dog at Mandurah?
Yeah, easily. Easy. He's a big boy. If he was still racing, I mean, who knows? If we run out of money. Nah.
Straight back to the gardens, mate.
That'll never happen. But yeah, it was really nice. Yeah.
Not just our lives, but a lot of shit's been happening related to COVID. Gigs, festivals cancelled everywhere. New restrictions in place in New South Wales. I'm not sure about other states. Pretty sure they're pretty similar. No dancing, no singing. So gigs are fucked. Not if you're Hillsong Church though. Hillsong Church seem to be able to get away with it. I'm not going to sit here and talk shit about the restrictions because I'm no health expert and I trust the people who make these calls. But the entire Hillsong Church thing was a fucking farce. Absolute slap in the face.
Yeah, I already hated them for it. So
yeah,
it was just out in Newcastle.
Yeah,
somewhere.
it
was. I think it was in Glenrock.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I looked at Glenrock Lookout the other day, and there was a massive tent and shit, and it looked fucking crazy.
It would be there. Hey, it would be. It'd be where I went
at the Scout.
Yeah, I went to Year 6 retreat at that place. That's where it would have been. Yeah. Oh,
that's crazy. I've been there as well for Scout.
See any of the videos of them?
Yeah, it's fucked.
They're
barbaric.
I thought the funniest thing was all the guys in it look like they were just at a regular festival. They look like the exact same. They were all wearing bum bags. and like look like sketchy people. Like it didn't look like a bunch of Ned Flanders, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't want to sit here and like.
They were your typical Splendor boys.
Yeah. I don't want to talk shit about
Anyway.
like the attendees and so it's not their fault that they got to go. I mean, lucky them. It's just like a slap in the face to like everyone who works
just
in the
exactly
music
a music
industry.
festival.
Yeah, it was a music festival, and then they didn't get fined. They didn't get anything. It was just just want to go to a gig. All the punters just want to go to a gig, and then that happens, and it just sucks. It just sucks.
The Record Royale, the gig guide will come one day.
Yeah,
we're gonna do a gig guide.
That's what we want to add to this little fucking intro, don't we? We want to add new music and gig guide. In January, there's not much new music, and gigs at the moment are non-existent. So, although The Weeknd put out a new album, it's good.
Yeah,
it's groovy.
I'm a big fan.
It's really groovy. There's some good tracks in there with like big dance breakdowns. It's sick.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's spicy.
All right, we are going to get into our talk with Jack McEwan from Psychedelic Porn Crumpets, chatting Flying Lotus and Melody's Echo Chamber. But first, I'm going to give a shout out to Manscaped. That's right, manscaped.com. Support for Record Royale this week and the next few weeks. It's brought to you by Manscaped. The best.
We did it.
The best. We got
We're
a sponsor, baby.
now.
The best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Champions of the world. They offer precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. That's right. They just launched their 4th generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. That's right, baby. The 4.0. So they've gone through 3, and now the 4th one is pretty good. 4 million dudes worldwide. Trust Manscaped. And guess what?
Wow.
Guess what, Record Royale listeners? It's happened. It's happened. We have a discount code. 20% off and free worldwide shipping if you use the code ROYALE. That's ROYALE at manscaped.com. Boys, we've done it.
Wow, it's got a nice ring to it,
It's
doesn't
got
it?
a nice ring. Royale code. 20% off.
Yeah.
Wait, I tell you what.
You be royalty.
We all have the Lawnmower 4.0. And I'll tell you what. I've never really realised how, like, badly I actually needed one. It's one of those things you go through life and you're like, nah, I'm good, I'm good. And then you use it and now I simply can't go back.
I was always very nervous in that whole situation
Me
down
too.
there.
Yeah,
Like forever. And I definitely feel like a sense of safety, you know, for sure.
It's a safe
And
space now.
Yeah, it's a safe space
Yeah.
now. It makes the whole
was-
experience
yeah.
a lot funner, I would say.
I was definitely like a straight razor guy down there.
Yeah.
Which is
Straight razor.
scary,
Fucking
haunting.
hell.
Yes, very scary. But
Might as well take a machete.
yeah, exactly right.
Hell, mate.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just getting like a butter knife and just having
Right.
It
it.
feels
Bear
safe.
Grylls
It,
over
but,
here.
um,
Jesus
it
Christ.
does feel safe.
Yeah.
It feels like Steve Smith coming to the crease, like a couple of wickets down. Cameron Green taking a couple of catches in his big mitts. It feels safe. What does that feel? It feels like the Rock movies. They're not going to be that good, but you're probably going to enjoy them anyway.
I don't know about that. I'm not gonna disagree.
How about the Fast and Furious franchise? That's
Oh,
probably
it's
a
No,
better.
I'm not agreeing with that. Actually, let's do
You're
a
still
better.
gonna have
We
a-
can do a better movie. Fucking.
You do a Marvel. You say Marvel, even though
yeah,
I don't
Marvel
fuck with
movies,
that much.
alright.
Yeah,
We'll do it. Yeah, it's safe. Like you know what you're in for, and
Yeah.
it's not going to
Yeah.
disappoint. That's what it is with the Manscaped product. I'll tell you that.
Did you guys fuck with the undies?
Oh, the boxes. Holy
How
shit.
good are the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
undies?
I'm gonna have to buy another pair, hey, because
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
boxes are so good, so good.
They felt like
whole-
skins
yeah.
at the start,
Yeah.
and like I was like, "What's going on?"
Have you
But then
wear them to the gym?
I have some shit undies in my lineup right now,
Yeah,
and these blew them out of the water.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I've worn them
some
to the gym.
awful
I worn them
undies.
to the beach. They absolutely sort the old twig and berries down bot, as Austin would say. Yeah, they also have.
meat to veg.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
that.
it's not just like razors, teas, ball toner, ball deodorant, carry
Ball
bag,
deodorant.
the whole shit. Yeah.
The deodorant, I've been running a lot. It's kind of been like a COVID, like one of those COVID things last year that's kind of continued. And I tell you what, the ball deodorant, it just makes the whole situation later way better. You know, not sweating as much. It's great.
Yeah.
All their products.
Legit. Wait,
Kinda
it's actually
changed my
kind of
life
changed
a
me.
bit.
Like January's been good. It's been good. It's been good and safe. So yeah, it's time to get your own ball ham body trimmer, Manscaped. Make me time the best time. And fancy your confidence down there. Guess what? We'll thank you guys. Do you know what will thank you? It's your balls.
Meat and two
Your
veg.
meat and
Ball
two veg,
sack,
your
yeah.
wedding tackle, your twig and berries. We'll thank you. Yeah, 20% off, free shipping with the code Royale at manscaped.com. That is right. 20% off, free shipping.
Plug.
Code Royale. Your balls will thank you. All right. Make sure to subscribe to the pod. Never miss an out. We're going to be back weekly. We are back from this day 4th. Drop us a 5-star rating if you're on Apple Podcasts and leave a review. That shit helps. Apparently.
Helps heaps.
Helps heaps. All right. Here's our chat with Jack from Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. It's a fun one. Flying Lotus v. Melody's Echo Chamber. Self-titled. Alrighty, we're joined on the show today for the first episode of Season 6 by the frontman, one of the country's most exciting psych rock, prog rock, all-around great bands. Whether that's in the studio, on the stage, literally millions of Spotify streams, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Had a look before. Insane. Under their belt. Monster start of the year as well, touring-wise, coming up. Bunch of shows we're going to chat about. He's found the time to come on our little podcast. We're very stoked to have you on, Jack McEwan from Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. Jack, how are you?
Good.
Hey.
Thank you very much for having me on for the first of the year. I'm stoked to be here.
Hey, first of the year, could be rusty. We're bringing back some old shit as well that we're going to get into later with the segments. It's going to be decent. You're on the other side of the country as well. How's Perth treating you at the moment? It legit feels like a different country at the moment.
I know. It's it's 41 degrees now, and I think
Wow.
it's getting up to 41.5 on Friday. But then it just doesn't drop. You have these weeks, so it was kind of nippy before. I was in jeans on the weekend, which was nice, but then it's still back to shorts. And even the beach is too hot to go to, so it's just horrible weather.
Is it really hot at night as well, or does it cool down a little bit?
It's pretty balmy. Yeah, you get like we don't get too like humid though, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, right.
Which,
Army.
and heat. It's more like a dry, deserty kind of. It does drop off a bit, so
Yeah.
which is nice, but still about 20-ish. You can sleep with covers, which is good.
Right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's heaps decent.
That's
Every time I
better
think
than
of like Perth heat, I don't know how much you follow like the cricket or the AFL
man.
actually. I just think of the whacker, just like the hardest
Yeah.
ground ever. Just like Mitchell Stark bowling 160k
Yeah.
gamers at your head in
Mitchell
the heat.
Johnson taking fivers. And
Yeah.
I was there at the when Gilchrist scored that second fastest century ever. That
No way.
I was
Yeah,
like, how many balls? 57 or something?
yeah, it was like 57, and it was about
Crazy.
I think on the actual pitch itself was like 56 degrees or something that they got the hit. And there was no shade at the whacker at all. We just had 4 floodlights that were sort of
my
Oh,
God.
that
yeah.
went around near you. You were just like, oh, thank God. And then you just
Can you
as soon as
die
it-
from that heat?
I know.
Is that like
Well,
enough to kill a person?
I think
That's
Matt
so
Not
hot.
Gilly. Not Gilly.
Hogart, yeah, Gilly was absolutely tonking Hogart. It was just like 16 degrees. He's just like,
Holy
thank-
shit.
yeah.
Imagine being we
That
could
was-
turn this into a cricket pod, but imagine being like in the field, Gilly's just going bananas, and you're 60, hitting 60 degrees almost. You're like, get me off here. Eh?
I know.
Get me outta
You would
here.
not want to go.
Criminal.
I think as well, we had that. I don't even think we had Harmison back in the day. It was like, it was the team after was it the 07 series after England won the 2005 one?
I think
Yeah,
so.
they
I
clean
think it was
swept
like
him.
Freddie Flintoff's team, and
Yeah.
then we were all just dead. Third test. It's really sad that we had no cricket this year because I went to the first
Yeah.
English game, and then they were like, "Oh, every game's being played in Melbourne now," and you were like, "What?" Like everyone bought
Yeah.
season tickets for one game. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Do you know
it's a
you don't
shame.
get
I do-
refunded at all for that?
I'm sure they did, but apparently you just buy a children's ticket and you can just get in
Wow.
for free.
Smart.
There you go. My our old bass player taught us that one.
Genius.
There's-
They're not checking out.
What?
They're definitely not checking.
Ah, well, you got a
No.
ticket.
Yeah,
We paid for
you're
a
right.
ticket.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, I do miss the whacker test. Let's talk about your music, maybe. We could talk about cricket.
Yeah,
we can keep talking about cricket though, if you want. I mean,
I'm
down.
it's-
I'm down.
Cricket and golf. I would definitely be all about that. Where's the Australian golfer that just won the PGA? 36 under.
Cameron Smith.
There you go. Yeah, he looks like he crawled out of Texas but claimed Australia as his home. And it's like, yeah, I've never.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, it was like, what was it, 30 something under?
30. I think he got 34 under, which is like the highest score in the PGA ever. But then the other players were on about 32 under 30.
It must have been just pristine conditions.
Yeah. Oh well. Imagine hitting 36 under.
I wish I got 36 under today. That would have been nice.
I reckon I hit that a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
36.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Not under, over.
sports and whatnot. We should talk about your music maybe. Your latest single come out a few months ago now. Lava Lamp Pisco. Is that how you pronounce it?
So
Sorry,
good.
Lava Lamp Pisco.
Lava Lamp Pisco.
It is fucking so good, that song. It it's very like more like heavy guitar like centric instead of like guitars going everywhere. It is a fat song. Like how did that come about?
I think just a bit of angst staying inside for the old 2021 period, and we were just drinking. I don't know, like daily, because like you couldn't have people round, so it would be like, oh, like let's just. I don't know. The only thing you could do was sort of pick up a guitar or go to the bottle shop. At least we go to the bottle shop here, which was a delight. Yeah, and then I don't know. We had this old Wine Thief bottle store that was down the road from me. There wasn't like the old Dan Murphy's kind of BWS type thing. It was kind of like boutique gins and all these bits and pieces. And they had these things called Piscos. I was like, what the hell is that? And they were like, oh, just try it. Got kind of hooked on them for a while, and then yeah, it was nice. And it made me want to fight my guitar. I was like, ah! So I was just like, I'll put that into a song.
It's come through as well. It actually like blew my mind. First time I put on like my good decent pair of headphones since like December as well, and that was the first song I listened to. I was like, oh, that hits. That's hitting hard.
Oh, thank you very much. Hopefully, maybe that's what Cam Smith was listening to for his 30.
That's it.
I'd love it. If he ever came out and said he even knew who Porn Crumpets were, that's day man.
That's a big win.
Who on that note, any like celebrity level people have told you they listen to your band?
Yeah, we actually saw Jackson Irvine, who plays for Australia in the Socceroos. We were in England and he was playing for, I think time or Wigan. I think it was Hull actually, and they're in Div 1. But we messaged him on Instagram because he did like this weird little get to know the sort of Australian players and up to sport kind of thing. And he was like, oh, I'm really into music, and he was like, I love Tame Impala. We were like, we love Tame Impala. We've ripped them off on every track. You might like. Yeah, so we just shot Jackson Irvine a message, and we've been talking to him, so that's nice. But a guy, Alex, who I used to live with, he plays in Great Gable, and we just started this little project together. And his brother Sam Whiteman, who used to play for the Scorchers, I think he's playing for Thunder now. So he used to live with Mitch Marsh, and so Mitch Marsh came around our house, and we were playing a bit of backyard cricket. I was like, oh man, this is the best thing ever. Like, just trying to hold him. Yeah. And he's slapping me all around.
Was he taking it easy or no? He was not taking no prisoners. Fair enough.
No one does. But I swear everyone puts way more energy into backyard cricket than they do anything else. If you're there and someone throws you the ball, you take both socks off and wrap it around your head. You're like, this is fun.
If you get a duck, it's embarrassing playing backyard cricket.
Exactly.
So it is. Yeah.
You got to get at least 10, and then you give a few free catches out.
Yeah.
Show them you're good, and then then you get the catches.
Yeah. Back to the field. As I mentioned before, you're about to kick off like a massive, pretty much international tour. Sold out shows supporting Ocean Alley in Australia before heading to UK, Europe, and the States. March, April, May. This I'm assuming, would have to be your biggest tour since probably 2019 before the pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we had. I mean, we sort of did. It felt like 18 months on the road from the mid 2018 to sort of early 2020. Like, I think the last show we did here was Falls Festival or Laneway.
Oh yeah.
But there was a bit of a gap there where we were supposed to do the Ocean Alley run, which has got to be the most postponed gig of all time. It's like,
when was that originally meant to be?
That was supposed to be April of 2020. Sorry.
Jeez.
So,
what?
Yeah,
Crazy.
I mean, there's
Holy
some
shit.
guy who's just holding his ticket like, they will come. But yeah, but stoked that those guys still want us to play on that show. Like, they've just been going up and up. They're just like, where's Porn Crumpets? I mean, they could pick anyone now, but maybe the binoculars were backwards at the time. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Which places, like anywhere, are you most keen to hit up again?
I mean, America is amazing. Like, every time we've been there, sort of, North America to Canada, and like, you sort of aren't prepared for how wild. I don't know if you guys have been there, but when we were there, it was pretty much just into the city for that night and then just see the show, and sort of you have to leave. So every day was sort of a Saturday, really. It wasn't getting to see the Grand Canyon or doing bits and pieces.
Yeah.
There's like not non-tourists, but going and having Groundhog Day, doing pubs to pubs to pubs. But we got to see a lot of the sort of scenery from a window. But I mean, every night it was wild. I remember Colorado, they just legalized mushrooms like the day we were there. So
Perfect.
yeah, but I was like buckled. I was like, you know, when you just hung over and you're like, I'd never want to see another beer again or
Yeah.
And then you've just got 500 Crumpets fans with pockets of mushrooms that are all warm and soggy, sitting on them for days. Like, eat this, man. You're like, oh god,
Okay.
yeah, that was it. And then we woke up somewhere else, but yeah, it's pretty wild.
Do you have any time on this American tour to sightsee?
Hopefully there's a day off. If we get one day, what would I like to do? I'd really like to go to like Yosemite or like some of the national parks there.
Apparently they're beautiful.
I know. We stayed. We went to San Francisco. I think we flew out of there, but we had about 2 days to spare. And our tour driver, or our tour manager at the time, was so sick. He'd been promising us to be like, "We'll go and see Yosemite National Park, man. It's amazing." Like the entire tour, we were just like, "I can't wait to see El Cap." Like, yeah, that's it. And then he just sort of like, I think he got so close because he lives in San Fran. As soon as he had that like 7-hour drive from LA towards his house, he's like, "Fuck these guys, I'm going home." Like they can find their own way back. Yeah, and we were just like, yeah. So we never got to actually see anything. I think we ended up setting fireworks off the Golden Gate Bridge, which was also quite interesting.
That's sick.
Yeah,
That's very sick. Yeah, I was meant to go to Yosemite in 2020. Probably go next year, but that was like I was most keen for that. Like anywhere on the West Coast there, it'd be fucking beautiful.
they got bears there, don't they? They got everything.
Yeah.
It'd be so good.
Yeah,
Shit's deadly.
It's
But-
deadly.
the best place I've missed is Newcastle or Newey. We're going back.
Yeah.
Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia.
See the sights?
Home of the new
Yeah.
night.
Don't know what the sights are. Beach.
Is there a single site in Newey?
Just go to the beach.
We have the
Then you're
Dick
done.
Tower, but that's gone.
The Dick Tower, yeah, it's Gornsky.
Oh well.
I
Yeah,
did
not
hear
much.
something weird about Newcastle. This was I don't know how political we're getting, but they have the biggest supply of that ammonium nitrate, whatever. You know, the thing that blew up.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's the world's biggest supply of that chemical in some warehouse in
No,
Newcastle.
it's like a big. I don't know how to explain it. It's
I
like,
would say that's the
you
site in
drive past it.
Newcastle.
Yeah,
It's a huge drum, and you can see it. From,
yeah, it's like a
it's
water
really
tank,
far
but
away.
like for fucking.
Is it
nitrate.
safe at least? Is it all right there?
Yeah, I
Well,
think it's sweet.
Where's that? Is that on like Kangaroo Island or is that like Carrington?
Yeah, near just past Honeysuckle on the way to the industrial area.
Oh, hectic.
Which is now getting really ritzy as well. So there's heaps of people buying these very expensive apartments and houses around there, and they could get blown up. So I don't think they're too
That's
happy
the
about
risk
it.
you
But
Yeah, I've
Hectic.
been there for years. It's legit been there since like I can remember. So I think we're sweet.
All right,
it'll
that's
be
good.
right.
Hopefully.
Hope you're safe.
The 2 albums we're doing today, Cosmogramma by Flying Lotus, Melody Echo Chambers, self-titled. Jack, what made you want to choose these two? Like, are they a big influence for your songwriting or like the production? Just,
Yeah,
like, the 2 albums you love. What's the story?
I think Cosmogramma is the first record I think I ever listened to and took that sort of, you know, when you first listen to a song and then you realize these guys are musicians or whatever. But then Cosmogramma was the first album I really thought about the experience of music and what it is, rather than it's just people together playing and creating music. I think Flying Lotus is he's about 1,000 years ahead of his time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that no one is going to catch up with him for years to come. And even though you can listen to his music, you have no idea what he's doing or how he's creating it. And almost it's like magic.
Absolutely. You just got to observe it almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think
agree with that.
Cosmogramma for me when definitely first listened to that record, and even to now, still sounds like the future, which is amazing because it's about 15 years old or something.
Insane.
Probably older than that. When was it?
2010.
2010.
So, yeah, coming up on 12
Oh,
years.
so nearly 25 years. Yeah, Jesus.
Hectic. Yeah.
What about Melody's Echo Chamber?
Melody's Echo Chamber. That was also while I was sort of in my height of discovery of music, I think. Was it the same with you guys? Do you feel like you had a really good patch between like just at the end of school and maybe
Hell yeah.
like 4 years?
That was when everything came.
That was my King Gears and even Flying Lotus. I had my You're Dead phase, like the album after this. I had a massive. Oh my god, I feel like I might have had the same experience with that album rather with you having Cosmogramma.
Yeah,
complete.
And
mind
I think as soon as you
expansion
discover
from that
music,
shit.
then it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Like there's more to it. It's
we
crazy.
actually saw Flying Lotus. Yeah, have you seen him live before?
I have not. I would love to.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to see him play Desert Days, and we were doing the festival there, and it's like near Joshua Tree in California, and it's like this it's Wu-Tang were playing for people.
Whoa.
Flying Lotus, there was Temples and Krunken, the lineup, Conor Moccasin, but the lineup was amazing. Anyway, Flying Lotus ended up doing this 3D show.
Right.
And everyone
I remember that.
had these 3D glasses on. And they had who did he sample for his new album? Who's the really strange guy that does oh man, I got it. Twin Peaks. What's that cat? The strange bloke's name. He's the writer, the director.
I know this.
What a quiz question.
I was talking about this the other day. Sorry. I should know this.
Anyway, he sampled one of his things. It was like fire is coming.
David
Lynch.
Oh yeah.
David Lynch.
Yeah.
And so David Lynch had this thing at the start of the Flylo set, and we'd all just taken acid, and we were just like, "Oh my god, this is the scariest thing ever!" Because everyone was just running at full speed.
That song's off Flamigara, isn't it?
Yeah,
that is one of the scariest songs I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. And he opened up the set with that, and everyone.
That's so scary.
Find 3D glasses, and I'd lost everyone. And at that time was the scariest moment. It was the scariest moment of my life, and I was petrified. And then that classic Flylo, that like almost that Zodiac shit kind of like real nice chime, and everything went beautiful for like 1 minute, and you just felt like you're floating, and then it just went into skulls and flames. It was like, but I was like, yeah. That to me, I changed that day. But it was, I think I needed to lose myself to figure out what reality was. Because he was just like an alien. It was like he was breathing and everything was mixed in with, I don't know. It wasn't, we were just like, how the hell can us mere mortals we've got 6 strings and an amplifier. He's got like millions of years of knowledge. He's somehow putting it into this music.
I guess that's what Cosmogramma is. It's like galactic language. Like it
is. It's so galactic.
Crazy.
And I remember you could imagine the next band going on after him, just tuning up his acoustic, like fuck. Fuck.
I have to follow this deity.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's heaps funny. That's a yarn and a half. Shit. Hectic. All right, I'm gonna run through the facts of these two, and then we'll talk some more shit. All right, Flying Lotus. Stephen Ellison, real name, from LA. This is his Cosmogramma, 3rd studio album, released on May 3rd, 2010 by Warp Records. They released stuff from Death Grips, Danny Brown, name a couple. Obviously, it was self-produced. I wrote this down because it kind of actually ties into that 3D story, that 3D experience. It was advertised through an application, like an app called Cosmogramma Field Lines, which was an AR, like augmented reality app. And it was you use the app control using a webcam or a mouse, and then it was developed by the record label to promote the album.
Fuck, back in 2010, that must have been sick.
Yeah, that was, I swear augmented reality didn't exist yet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. What the hell?
As he said,
he is ahead of his time.
Ahead of his time, big time.
Maybe he's actually from the future and he's just grabbing ideas and coming back and just trolling us.
I think he is.
It features who's it feature? Laura Darlington, Thundercat, Tom York, Radiohead. Thundercat plays bass on the majority of the album as well.
Yeah, and that was back before he was kind of Thundercat, as you know, with the red dreads and the sort of nose. Yeah. It was like almost suit and tie Thundercat.
Yeah.
Very different.
What band Thundercat playing? Suicidal Tendencies?
Yeah, he played in Suicidal Tendencies as well.
What?
Yeah. Which is
insane.
insane.
How crazy is that?
See,
Might
That's
see
one of
that
my
in
favourite
that band.
facts, I reckon.
Yeah.
that is one of the
Yeah.
best facts.
Yeah. There was no singles, but the album still peaked at 88 in the US and 60 in the UK. NME gave it their 61st best album of 2010, Pitchfork's 14th best album of 2010, and their 68th best album of the decade. So they got around it, old Pitchfork. Pitchfork. Melody's Echo Chamber, project of French musician Melody Prochet. Or Prochet? I'm going to say Prochet because it's
I'm
French.
going to go with Crochet as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Crochet.
Crochet. Fucking Brocket. This was her self-titled debut, released on 25th of September 2012 by Weird World Records in the UK and Europe, and then Fat Possum Records in the States. It was produced by her then boyfriend, Kevin Parker of Tame Impala.
I didn't realise.
Don't know if you know him. Recorded in his studio in Perth, as well as her grandmother's home in France, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's nice.
4 singles: Endless Shore, I Follow You, Crystallized, Sometime Alone, and I wrote this down because I thought it was pretty interesting. This is a quote. Don't know where I got it from. Sorry. So it says, while the album gave her recognition, the press had focused on Parker's contributions, particularly around the album's similarities to Tame Impala, instead of her own work. And she commented that Parker never acknowledged it and didn't do anything to protect me or my work. Melody has stated that she and Parker were working on a second album together before they broke up, and then the album was scrapped because she described the recording process as painful. So pretty brutal. Pretty brutal end to that working relationship and loving relationship.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But he can hit. He's all over it. Like the
Absolutely.
techniques. And
Definitely.
the drums, for sure.
Oh, the drums for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's all I got for the facts. Let's get into the elements of these two. Okay, here's a cooked little thing. I've been playing a lot of online chess. Yeah, like heaps. Chess.com.
Heaps of
if you
people
wanna-
have been
And
doing that
your
in
group.
lockdown for some
You're
reason.
just talking about language.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Kindred
I did.
Spirit, yeah.
Sorry. Did you watch? I'm just stopping you there for a minute. But did you see the chess final the other day? Or was it?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
All right, I'd have a big break of taking chess for like probably a year, and I was been seeing this new girl, and I was like, you know what? I really feel like a joint. She was like, yeah, go ahead. And I was like, all right, I had no idea where to find a joint from. Anyway, so just rolled a joint, got so stoned, lost my shoes, and watched 8 hours of this game between Magnus Carlsen and this Russian guy.
Magnus Carlsen, yeah.
I went to
one.
bed about 5 a.m, absolutely brain dead. She's like, what have you been doing? I was like, I just witnessed the greatest thing ever. And then I was trying to explain to her, I was like, it wasn't at all, but at the time, it was an hour and a half in between moves, and they had commentary and everything. Sorry, I thought that was on point, but yeah,
brilliant.
An
chess.
hour and a half between moves. What
That's
the fuck?
insane.
I put-
What do the
I put-
commentators talk about in that time? Do they
So
start to
am I.
drift off?
Everything.
Do they like talk about what he's going to do and then what he's going to
Yeah.
do back and back and back? Yeah.
It's literally like watching an alternate reality play out. He's like, if he did this, then this would happen. Like the French embassy would go and arrest, blah, blah, blah. And like, oh, that might happen. And then it's just like, it comes all back in. But then you start thinking as well, because you're like, fuck, what if he does do that? And then you're like, what about your brain? Imagine having an hour and a half in between every decision you make. There's like
Yeah.
a timer. Yeah.
How stressed you would be.
Yeah, I know.
Magnus Carlsen has been the world champion since 2013. That
He's
guy
nuts.
likes his chess.
He's nuts.
Anyway, I'm a bit of a Magnus Carlsen myself on chess.com, and it is Cosmogramma is the perfect album to play chess to. Like, holy fuck, I cannot recommend it enough. But then I listened to it again when I was at the gym, and then when I've been like washing dishes, cooking dinner. It's just good for any like setting. It works with anything.
That's cool. I didn't think you'd say that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have something to do with like the lack of vocals, and it's more just like based on the. It's like it could be seen as good background music, but the overall sound is just so like easy, so easy going and like
That's cool.
intriguing.
But it
as
can
well.
all, yeah, but it could also be like the party album too. Like you chuck it on, and when you're up and about, and you're still just like, what the fuck? It's so. Yeah, we need to go and see whatever go through his bins, find his drug box, and just be like, just lick. Just for
Cool.
30
Yeah.
seconds of music.
We kind of talk about this all the time. We could even make this into like a short little segment. But like, is it good for drinking beers too? Does it get a tick?
Yeah, we always
this album
say
gets
that.
a tick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gets a
I
Definitely.
can, because I've tried to put Cosmogramma on because okay, funny story. I got the record for $2
Wow.
What?
because at Abacus during lockdown they did like you'd do some like surveys, and then you'd get credits by doing these surveys, and I got $30 worth of credits, and I bought Cosmogramma for $2.95 because it was only $32 for some reason,
Wow.
which is really cheap, isn't it? That's
Is
cheap.
this like 2020 or like the
This is
most
like
recent
3
lockdown?
months ago.
Fuck. Every
Yeah, I got this
Records
record
are
for
so expensive now,
$2.95. I'm
too.
fairly sure.
I reckon that's closer to
Yeah.
$3 though. So.
Yeah, I'll say okay. Sorry. But I've tried to put this record on before as like a communal sort of thing, and
Yeah.
no one really got around it.
No.
I reckon
reckon-
it's really big brain music. It's
Big
like,
brain
it
energy.
is challenging. It's
big
a
boy
challenging
brain
listen
energy.
for sure because of all the complexities to it.
Yeah.
But I think it does take a few listens though as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a first listen like I get everything. It's a challenging listen.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Absolutely. And I think that's the same with Your Dead as well. I think that is a puzzle.
Oh yeah.
So is this. This is a massive puzzle.
I think they're both sort of. You could put them two together as like
Yeah.
it's almost like Tame with Inner Speaker and Lonerism. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they belong.
Kid A and Amnesiac. You've got that sort of block
Yeah.
where the albums do go together. But yeah.
Because it's very frantic, but it's also quite soulful, like at the same time. Like the video game and computer sounds are just crazy as hell, but like the bass lines on it are so smooth. Like it's like this nice juxtaposition between both. They work really well. Everything's just going on.
Beautifully put, Will.
A lot of the franticness comes he brings it back in as well, though. Like there's
Yeah.
peaks and valleys. So when he does bring it back into like some sort of normality, then you also get that like it's not like I guess it is relief, but like it just really hits properly.
Yeah.
I reckon.
For sure.
Yeah.
The tension release aspect of
Yeah,
it.
the
And
tension release. It's very satisfying. Yeah.
Yeah, with the
Which is
strings.
great.
I know his auntie's was it John Coltrane? What's her name? Nina Coltrane?
Oh,
Something
yeah,
Coltrane? It's related to the Coltrane. Anyway.
Yeah.
But his auntie was the harp player. He sampled a bunch of her work for that
Oh,
record.
Cool.
So he was like brought up by jazz musicians. So he's a level above jazz. That's why he's
Yeah.
but,
Exactly right.
yeah.
Intelligent. It's like IDM, but something else. It's intelligent jazz electronica, I would say.
I've
Hard
always,
to put a genre on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool like little theory which could be put into practice if there was some country who had no moral, I don't know, values. But Australia, no, I'm joking. But, no, you basically get like the kid and you make it like Mowgli, where he like, what music would he create if he was just away from music for his entire life and he only lived in like he'd never heard sounds, he'd only heard nature or whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't understand rhythm, and it's like, because you know how we
Didn't have
grew
that
up.
interference.
Yeah, your parents' records, and yeah, if it like, what would someone create? Would they start banging sticks, or would they just sort of intrinsically know, like, if that's a guitar, like, oh, you smack it or a sound wave, like, how would they learn to play it? Like, they might turn it upside down, and it might just be they might rub it against sticks, and it goes rah, 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 rather than fingers on it or something.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to see what music sounds like if you had no interference from a child.
I feel like Flowers, if he didn't never learn music, but he just had a computer.
Yeah,
And he only knew computer sounds.
I think
this is
that's
like it would be.
what it is,
something
though,
I'd
isn't
be
it?
thinking.
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah.
like that. And I know he did a lot of stuff with animation with Adult Swim. 'Cause
Yeah.
I covered
Yeah.
him like, on one of those videos they had, and I think it was Zodiac shit. It was like all the animals changing shapes, and I mean, it was like 3 a.m, so you're already pretty cooked. But then that comes on you. Oh my god! Like, and how good is Shazam? We're already living in the future, but like even if you're that buckled, you can still Shazam something. It's not
Yeah.
like
Mm.
30
I
years
do
ago.
often think that's one of the greatest inventions that humans have come up with.
It is.
Yeah.
It's better than the internet. 'Cause I reckon
It
if
is.
you're
It's so good.
if you're at the pub 30 years ago and like, let's say, I don't know, some guy might have heard House on the Rising Sun like twice in
Yeah.
his lifetime. Once when it was like really young, and then he hears it at the pub, he's like, man, this song, what the fuck is this song? And
And
it's
it's
like,
gone.
it's gone forever. And then he's trying to like go through newspapers to like look for lyrics. I don't know. What could you do? It would just be, you'd never hear it again.
You'd just be
Someone
lost.
else.
You just have to wait till it comes on again organically.
I think that's as well why older bands get so much more recognition, because there was literally like 7 bands. There was like the Beatles, the Who, Zeppelin, Sabbath. Every dad has the same record collection because there were 7 bands. And
There
it's
was
like,
just those ones, yeah.
that's it. And now you got the internet, so it's just like, oh, have you heard this? And it's you can't even begin to fathom trying to listen to all music.
I do often think about how it would have been for like the Beatles or those bands, because like they could just do anything. Like everything they did was new. Like any like little change would be new, and so everyone would be like, that's a game changer. So they were just constantly game changing because nothing had been attempted yet.
I suppose that's also like it will probably happen again, right? But it's like someone will I don't know. You can't even fathom it, but that's why how good the Beatles must have been at their time anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they were just like, let's reverse it. Like,
It was unthinkable. Yeah.
That is
And
unthinkable.
sampling as well. Heaps of They did heaps of sampling, which is
They were, but I could have a whole night conversation on the Beatles and like what they did to music. But then again, did they like how good something is also how much it might have changed it for, I don't know. Now we live in a pop world, whereas we could have been somewhere else if Frank Zappa did the same kind of thing, or like there was no Beatles before him and we got to Zappa and everyone's like, oh, we're going off in this direction, and all of a sudden
everything just went psycho.
Yeah, they really changed it. Hey, they went in that one direction.
I think they pretty much made the top 40. They literally were like, let's call this the Beatles 40. And then it was like now and again someone was just chiming in, but
the occasional Stones track.
Yeah.
if they're lucky on a good day.
Yeah.
What I mentioned before with Melody's Echo Chamber album, when I like, because that quote I read about how everyone kind of just like when they were talking about this album, they talk about the production and not like the songs and shit.
Yeah.
Every single thing I read was just like how good the production was, and I was like, it's kind of like, I don't know. The production is unreal and it's so good, but it does take it away when you read that, and then when everyone's just focusing on who produced it, it takes away from like her.
For sure. It would be write something and then they're like, oh, but it produced so well and they get all the credit. It's like, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those. It does go hand in hand, because I think when I was first listening to it, that was the sort of time, I think it was fully segued from where I was going before, but it was like when you were at school, just after school. I think it was that 12 mark, where for me it just felt like everything was coming out. Like Game, and you had Gizzard and the OCs, and I just discovered all these bands that were like I know more Orchestra as well, sort of around the same time. And then Melody's Echo Chamber came out with something was just, I didn't even think I would like that style of music. Like I was really into heavy stuff, and then it just segued from riffs into that kind of thing, and Deer Hunter as well. But that album just managed to, for some reason, just solidify that sound, and it was like, it's done. All right, no one's gonna beat that. Like that kind of real nice dream pop kind of psych world. That album is the pinnacle of it. And if you want to kind of jump around and get some synths and sort of do that style, it's like, I think you start on that first album of Melody's Echo Chamber. So instinctively you are going to kind of dive deep and be like, oh, why do I like it? And then you're going to be like, oh, because it's produced well. And then you realize Kevin did it. You're just like, oh, fuck. Like, it's hard not to go past that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that he did it until like halfway through the week. And I thought that it was just all her. And not that I just hadn't read into it. I just listened to it over and over again. And I was like, well, like she's a genius. It's like for all the production stuff as well. And definitely when I heard it was Kevin Parker, and then I was like, yep. And then it kind of definitely took away from me, I think. I was just
what year was it made? What year?
2012.
Oh, not 2012.
When did Tame Impala
2012.
release their first album?
When did Inner Speaker? Same year?
Inner Speaker was 2010. You had Loner in 2012, and then this album.
So this is, you can hear the Loner as a drums in this for sure.
It's the segue between Inner Speaker, this album, and Loner.
Wow, like, that's cool. That's a cool thought. Yeah,
it just sounds like if you put them that way. It's all the synths that weren't in Inner Speaker, and then you just have little bits of pieces, and it gets more spacey. And then Loner is just like epic.
Yeah, because you think you would have been probably writing that album while producing this 2012, or like maybe very similar times. Yeah,
and I think as well it would have been on this if it was recorded at Kev's house. It probably was the same, literally the same drum kit,
same instruments and everything.
Same synths,
same laptop, all that shit.
Same record. Sure. Like here's the 10 B-sides I had.
Offloaded. A little offload to dummy half.
Same FL Studio demo.
Sorry,
I swear everyone has the same FL your first song where you like, you got the trap beat sort of hi hats.
Yeah.
I had the FL Studio demo.
I make
And you can't save anything, so you have to finish the song in like one setting.
You have to export it.
It was always good. You export it MP3 straight onto SoundCloud.
Beautiful. That's how the pod kind of started for a little bit.
Yeah, the first like 10 episodes, well 10, maybe even like 20 episodes of the podcast was FL Studio demo mixed.
And if it crashed at any stage, the pod was gone.
Yeah.
I was surprised we didn't lose one, honestly.
Yeah, no, you did well, Brad. You did very
I
well.
think so. I remember every time I would export the final edit, I was like, please, oh God, let's not cook this up. And I used to like put my laptop and put the fan on so it wouldn't overheat or anything like that.
Oh man, yeah.
Scary times.
We did that. We went and recorded. This was with Rish, our old. He's typing it now, but his old band, Golden Slums. We went down south and we were like, with all the intention to record a record, and we set everything up. We spent about a day doing it, and I think we recorded this like 8-minute song. And when you're like, I don't know, we're first in the band, you think that everything you create, it's like we're gonna change music history. It's like, this is 8 minutes. This is the best thing ever. And his laptop just bubbled as we were like looking at recording this song. I just went poof, and we were just like, no. So we were like everything, but we've always had this running joke. You'd be like, what if it actually was like a really good song? Yeah, it was the best song ever, and it exploded in that moment. And then I think we took drugs for 7 days after that. But
We'll never know.
Could have been the new Beatles. Could have changed
that's
that.
it. Yeah,
the path.
I reckon Philo knew what was going on. He came back and he just blew the laptop up. It was like, no one...
He was intimidated for sure.
Yeah,
He was scared.
it was definitely just E minor to open A, and that was it. We're big boys.
We've done it.
We've done it.
No one's cracked this one yet.
Hectic. Should we get into the segments?
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's do Get Inked.
Get inked.
Right, we're gonna make some tattoo designs from the lyrics or anything to do with the albums. I'll go first because guess what? They're average. They're not getting any better, guys. But the segment's sticking around because it's an old faithful. It's been there since day one. There's not many lyrics on Cosmogramma, so I've just taken a song title from. The song title is Table Tennis.
Oh,
This is really shit. So our old band Split Feet, we did merch once, and we got like from one of our EP covers like a little key ring, and I was like, I still have that key ring. I was looking at it, I was like, how about just like 2 table tennis rackets and like a ping pong ball as a key ring, as a tattoo.
as a tattoo.
On
As a
you.
tattoo.
A key ring, like
A key ring as a tattoo of table tennis.
a key ring, like with your car keys, house key, and a couple of table tennis rackets as a key ring, as a tattoo.
Like crossed over like a coat of arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
like
could just,
I thought you meant like they're dangling like balls, and you just got a key. Like
That too. You get one tattoo on each fucking nut.
That's crazy.
flashing to the side.
yeah.
That'd be good, actually.
Yeah,
Genius.
it's good. Yeah. It'll be good for your Manscaped products, guys.
Yeah, get around it.
And then Melody's Echo Chamber, also song title, Mount Hopeless. I was thinking this would be better as like a GIF, like an animation. But
Right.
we'll do it as a tattoo anyway. Maybe like technology will evolve and you can get animations as tattoos. So Mount Hopeless,
Whoa.
I was just thinking like a human figure climbing up a mountain, but as he or she climbs, the mountain keeps like growing in height. So she's climbing, but the mountain gets higher. So it's just like this
Whoa.
endless cycle. So if someone could figure out how to make that 2D in a tattoo form, that'd be hectic. But
That's
yeah,
That's nice.
that's mine. What are yours, Adam?
Mine for Flying Lotus was just the name, just Pickled. I was just thinking because Thundercat is on that track, maybe just him and Flying Lotus like as pickled cucumbers, but like kind of like Pickled Rick from the Rick and Morty, and they're inside a jar together.
Pickle Flylo.
Pickled Flylo and Thundercat in there for good measure.
Wow.
That could be good. Could be shit.
I
Any
feel
hood?
like it is. I'm gonna get. I've been needing
You
to
get
tattoo.
Some pickled tattoos.
Make them, please. What if we did the whole podcast with someone actually doing it, and you got to guess what it is at the end?
We've
Whoa.
we've said we
turn
might
around
do
and
that
like-
for like the 100th app possibly.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll just be on the corner getting zapped.
Good, yes.
Full backflip. Yeah,
A live stream.
and if no one gets, you got to get it lasered the next day.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What's the other one, Adam?
And my other one was from it's Quan Vaz. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, one of the French ones. The chorus line is "Suis moi dans la lumière du soir," which means "Follow me into the evening light." So I thought maybe that written in like it's a really corny tattoo, but I was thinking like one of those really shit, like an infinity sign or something, but instead it's just like a half moon and maybe like a grasped hand, and then that written in French.
It can be corny as fuck because it's French.
Just above your bum as well. I reckon.
Yeah, just about my bottom of my
really
ass.
good. Yeah.
It'd be really good. Yeah. So those are mine. Both terrible.
Could write anything in French. Could write anything in French and be like,
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You don't need to tell them what it is.
Yeah. Smart. Bradley, what do you got?
So mine have already kind of been said. I had the whole pickled sort of thing, Adam. I had a jar. I was thinking maybe it could have had like something pickled. Maybe Flyla's head. This is like pickled inside a jar. Or maybe it has a jar with like the Cosmogramma album art on it, with something also being pickled in there.
The album art also would just be a great tat.
Absolutely.
I was thinking that.
Flying out of your belly button. That would look really
it would be sick.
Yeah.
And I reckon
like
people
on your
already
elbow
have
or
it.
something.
In
I'm
fact,
gonna do that with a wormhole going into your belly button.
And I also had the Mountain Hope Mountain? Is that what it's called?
Mount Hopeless.
Mount Hopeless.
Yeah,
That's it.
Mount
Sorry,
Hopeless.
my bad.
Yeah.
I had just like a kind of like a kid's drawing of like the summit of a mountain, and then just in the middle it just says hopeless.
Yeah, that's
Something
really
simple
nice,
like that.
actually.
Just like a nice stick and poke sort of
Kids
tattoo.
drawing that says hopeless.
Yeah, a mountain that just says hopeless on it.
Yeah, kids drawing that they've submitted to their teacher, and their teacher's given the feedback. Fucking hopeless.
Yeah.
Hopeless.
Get
Yeah.
better, kid.
F. Hopeless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we could also have because what's the track towards the end of the album? So I'm so bad with song names.
Be proud of your kids.
Oh no,
Snow-capped
Snow-capped
Andy's crash.
Andy's crash.
Yeah.
So maybe the plane's crashing into the mountain. Brad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you
That
go.
would be
Add to that.
You could
Jack,
have
I'm gonna give you two options. You can either wing a tattoo or two, or you can choose which one of our tattoos you'd get on your body. Forever.
I said I was going to get all of them.
Collage.
Just to step up the game, I'm going to get Melody's face tattooed on my face
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
and start a Melody's Echo Chamber cover band and go full hog. And then I'm going to go up to Kev and be like, it's me. It's
I'm
Melody.
back. Let's get back together.
Give me that,
Please.
that second album that you haven't released.
Yeah.
And
You're just
we
going to
can
steal
start
her
that.
identity completely.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's a great idea.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Do you reckon anyone could do that? Could you get someone's face tattooed? Makeup these days is really good.
It would,
You know?
with makeup, maybe. I think you'd need also like, what is it? Prosthetics? Like they have in movies? Because you'd have different facial features, like your nose.
Yeah. You could shave your head and just get it tattooed on your scalp.
Oh, like Voldemort.
Yeah.
Like on the back of the head.
Professor
Yeah.
Quirrell. Yeah.
I love giving really shitty movie details to people when you're watching films. You know how there's always like the what is it? When Aragorn kicked his bucket, he broke his toe. Like there's always one going. I was like the Ray Fiennes actually has a nose. That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
That's the nose.
That's
What?
true.
Yeah.
Okay,
Harry Potter reunion show is good. All right, let's do the ad. This one's an easy one. Favorite song from each album, one from each album. Jack, which songs are you choosing?
That track, I think it's either Auntie's Harp or I think I've said Zodiac Shit a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Zodiac Shit got me into the album, so it's always hard to not go past that one. But even the progression of the first three tracks is like Clock Catcher and Time or something. What are they?
Yeah.
That
Clock
the
Catcher,
intro-
Pickled, Nose
Pickled.
Art,
yeah,
intro, Cosmic Drama, and then Zodiac.
That's it. Cosmic Drama into Zodiac Shit. Those two together, favorite thing. And then I think either that Snow Andy's Crash. Is that the one with the reverse guitar?
Yeah.
on
It's
there.
got something going on, yeah.
And the whole symbols are all reversed and everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a very interesting song. I'll take them too.
I really like. It's such a strange idea for a song too. Like the lyrics, really heavy.
Yeah.
So specifically about two of the there was a couple that were on there, and the husband died in the plane crash, and then the lady died like 20 days later walking through the snow, which is heavy as fuck.
It is heavy.
To be a bad couple weeks.
Yeah, we're back a couple of weeks. Did they all eat each other too? Did they? Was that the Andy's snow crash? Was it the team of rugby players
Yeah.
or whatever?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think there was only like 30 of them on there or something. But anyway,
Yeah, they're all eating the dead people. I mean,
Yeah.
as you've watched enough Bear Grylls, even before the plane has crashed. Sometimes I'm on a plane like I'm gonna fucking eat that guy because my meal.
He's first.
He's
the
first.
plane food shit.
That's natural.
Yeah.
That's just survival. That's our survival instincts just working. Yeah.
My beef pastrami sandwich isn't doing it for me. The guy in row 8. It's looking pretty good.
Honking
Looking
chicken
pretty
rice.
good.
Yeah.
Brad, what are your top two tracks?
I really like the Thundercat and do the astral plane sort of combo. I think that
Yeah.
that flying the Thundercat song is he uses that same melody on his own album when they sample that I come my love I come your friend. Do you remember when we were doing that on the pod?
Yeah.
I think they reuse that sort of melody again, so that's pretty cool.
They do, yeah.
I really like that, but
mirrors
I'm
it.
gonna go do the astral plane because that's like that's the danciest track on the album for sure. That is some IDM for sure.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
the kind of synth, and it's like really sidechained as well. Heaps
Yeah,
That
bouncy.
one, I feel like that one's like a big, yeah.
Yeah,
It
even though
doesn't come
that's
out
like
of nowhere,
not
it comes
the
out perfectly, but
it's not like the
unexpected.
perfect sort of. It doesn't define the album, but it's just like a cool sort of dancey one,
yeah.
which I fuck with heaps. So I'm gonna go that. For Melody's Echo Chamber, I think it was Some Time Alone. That sounded a lot
track's
like like lonerism, really drugged out sort of, like a summary sort of track. I just really connected with that one. I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like the very same in a lot of those songs. Like they all kind of fit that category. But that's one that stood out for me.
Yeah, nice. Adam, what are yours?
I had Galaxy and Janaki towards the end of the Philo.
The last track.
So spacey. That one is just fully actually in space, and it's just such a tasty bass all the way through it. I think it's
sound
just
like Flume song.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, it's just such a great ending to the album. I think it really tops it off.
That sounds like a Flume song. Almost.
And then, sorry,
that
Exactly
sounds like a
what I just
Flume
said,
song. Is that what you said? My bad.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was listening to the song as you said that saying. My bad.
Yeah. No dramas,
good, eh?
mate.
And then my one for the other one was this one I mentioned before, Quan Vas to Rentreur, which is so hard to say, but I don't know why I picked it. But the groove on it and the organs, and it kind of reminded me of like a Doors song almost. It's just really haunting.
Is that the one where it's in 4 times?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, pretty much all the way through, and it just really there's a lot of tension on it. But yeah, I really like that one as well.
I chose that one too. In English, that means when will you come back?
Right.
True rentreur. You can say that to everyone who's leaving you. The vocal like I don't know, like the ice, like she uses the vocals like as the melody in that song.
Yeah.
And it's sick. That's what really was cool about that. And then Flying Lotus, I did computer /
Yeah.
pure being. The drum beat in that song is fucking so crunchy and sick, and the outro kind of like turns chaotic, and it legit just sounds like it's from a 1990s video game. It's awesome. So much fun. I love how like all the songs of the album are like 2 minutes as well, so they don't dick around. They're just
hard to
tight.
pick a favorite song from as well because it all feels like one. It's like
Yeah, one. You're not going in for like you're not picking one specific track. You just listen to the whole album.
Yeah, it's not a lot of stuff you can put like a Flylo on your playlist. It's like if you
you've got to
one
listen
song
to
you
that.
put up in the album, you're just like, oh shit, like just put the whole thing on.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet as.
Which is what you want.
A few good
Yeah.
songs in there. You know where they're going. The Record Royale ads on Spotify. The world's biggest fucking playlist now. 468 songs if you need
Jesus
over 29
Christ.
hours of music listening.
Really?
We choose,
That's
6
good.
songs each week. And
That's
it's in
good.
there. So if you want to go from Flying Lotus into System of a Down, into...
Oh, which one did you do a System of a Down?
we did Toxicity.
Yeah,
That was the second
banger.
episode we did.
Man, what a
actually.
record.
Whatever.
Yeah, fucking
So
mate.
good.
So good. All right, season 6 segment. It's not a new one. We've been asked to bring it back a few times, and you know what? We've just been like, let's do it. It's fun. It's shit all around. It's a rip-off of what's it from again? Spicks and Specs. What channel is Spicks and Specs on? ABC or
ABC.
SBS? ABC, of course it's the ABC. Fuck.
The only-
It's called Spocks and Spacks.
Everyone on your buzzers. Let's play.
Spots and Spacks.
Spocks and Spacks. All right, Jack. Adam. It's you, Adam, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right.
Adam. Adam will be singing. It's just exactly the same as the segment from the show. Adam will be singing 3 songs. 2 are going to be from either of these albums. 1 will be any song in the world. He'll be singing them with different words, and we have to guess what song it is.
It's
Holy
never been
fuck.
harder this week.
So,
Yeah,
it's going to be hard, eh?
a French record and an album with no lyrics.
Yeah, I'm not super confident.
Yeah.
Hang on,
I'm
so
going to
there's
assume...
there's
I know.
one-
I won't assume. Yeah.
there's
All
one
right, so-
where it's not from the record.
Well, there's
So the
there's one
first
track
two-
it's from an album we've done before, and I've
Okay.
picked to make it easy. It's one of the most well-known songs
Maybe you can give us a hint as well.
ever.
Yeah. So the first 2
You won't
songs will
need
be
one.
from these albums, though, and then the last song will be that wildcard
Yeah.
track.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Take the mic away.
Oh yeah.
Song number
before
1.
I start, I'll be reading from Pasta Granny's
Whoa.
Yeah,
cookbook.
nice.
Great cookbook.
Got any
if
good
anyone wants to
dishes
make
in there?
pasta at home.
Yeah. all right.
Anyway, anywho, first one. Carmela and her family.
Oh shit, we didn't do buzzers.
Oh, we didn't do
Oh, yeah.
buzzers. We didn't do buzzers. We need buzzers.
Is it
Um,
the
That was
Golden
mhm.
Woman?
That was mhm.
that was definitely.
That was.
But,
mhm.
Is it 3 sets of ums or just
No.
a hum?
It was a
Um, We'll give that to Jack. We forgot to do buzzers, Jack. I'll make my buzzer. I'll just do Awooga.
Aruga. All right. I'm just gonna go. Oh, I know it.
Yeah, okay, good one.
Dude.
Brad?
Show me the money.
Nice.
Nice work.
Alright, so Jack got the point for that one. Song number 2.
Place the beans in a bowl and cover with enough water to submerge them by several
think I know it. I think I-
centimeters.
Is it crystallized?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was that. Yeah.
I was worried about that one. I was like, it's quite a little bit of a deeper one, but
Man, this is
Sick.
amazing because I hear it, and then you're like, "What's he singing?" But you've got the melody in your head.
what are you singing? What
recipe
meal
we
are
got?
you making here?
sorry. Well, what recipe
what-
am I doing?
what-
It's Carmela's cavatelli rigatati with beans.
Yeah,
Wow.
fuck yeah.
There you go. That's that's the
With
recipe.
beans.
With added beans.
With added
What's this
beans.
last? What's
With
this
beans.
last track? Yeah.
Okay,
What's
last
this
one.
last track? So it's a song we've done on the pod before. Not that it helps Jack, but not that it really helps us. We've done 84 albums, so yeah, we'll see how we go.
Wow.
It should be.
No, we've done 150
Anyway.
albums. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
While the beans are cooking, make the cavatelli rigati the pasta.
Awooga.
Yeah.
It's Powderfinger these days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Yes.
That was such a hard
Very
one
good.
because it's the verse.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I thought
Yeah.
if I just went straight to the chorus, you would get it within 2 notes. So, but anyway, you still got it, Will. Well done.
Add the beans.
Wow.
Yeah,
Thanks,
very,
guys.
yeah,
Singing
very
at
good
it.
singing.
Voice. I was about to say.
Yeah. You might not
Thanks.
even need to add auto tune to that, Brad. That's so good. I reckon you
You
should.
can
Brad.
if
It's fun.
Makes
I
it
might
fun
anyway.
for sure.
It's way more fun to listen to. Nice. Box and Spacks, it's back, everyone. Quit
Back,
your
baby.
whining. Quit your whining. It's back and it's staying. Well, for this season anyway. 16 episodes of it.
Until we get sick of it, and then we get rid of it.
Yeah, which we
dogs.
100% will. One more segment. Another old faithful. Been here
I
since
keep-
episode 2.
I got
Two-
a fridge full of beer.
Yeah.
It's only 3:20 p.m. So we
True, it is only
It's a
3:20
long
p.m.
haul.
in Perth. Fucking hell. Thinking I can smell Tam cooking up dinner. It smells good.
Ooh,
All right, 2
baby.
truths and a lie. All right, I'm up for this week. So Jack,
Oh, thank God. I thought it might have been me,
And you hadn't done it.
and I did not prepare anything.
the classic
Christ.
every week at like 5 minutes before we record. Who's got 2
Oh,
truths?
fuck, who's got this
Yeah.
segment?
Yeah, no, I got it. All right, Jack.
Oh,
So
shit.
I'll say 3 statements. 2 are true, 1's a lie. You got to figure out the lie. This week I've gone with, and Jack, you might know this depending on how well you truly know Melody Echo Chamber or Melody Prochet,
Wow.
the artiste. She's French, guys. I've just gone former like band names that she has played in. So bands she's played in the name. So 2 of them are actual bands. 1 I made up. So if you know her ex bands.
I haven't got
Cool.
a clue. It's good.
All right, perfect. I was a bit worried actually. All right, here we go. So the first band is called A Portrait of Fatigue.
Okay.
The second band is called The Narcoleptic Dancers, and the third band is called My Bee's Garden. Which band did I make up there?
I
Can we-
reckon it's
can we-
Interesting.
narcolepsy one. What's the middle one? But we'll talk about it because
The Narcoleptic Dancers was the
only
second.
because it's sort of a play on the first one, which is a band of fatigue or something.
A Portrait of Fatigue.
Ah.
Sounds like it. Yeah,
does sound similar.
That's some good
Narcoleptic
investigation there, because that
that's
does sound
about
like Will's brain.
Nobody's in this room with the door open. No one's gonna look in the room with the door open. You're thinking,
That's true.
Wow. Very smart. What was the first one
Portrait
again?
of Fatigue. And the
Portrait of
last one was
Fatigue.
My Bee's Garden.
Are these all? Are they all
That
in
sounds a bit
English,
fishy.
or are these originally
oh yeah,
French?
that's true.
I didn't. No, they're English. I didn't translate them.
They are English. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. And what's
My
the third
Bee's
one again?
Garden.
My Bee's Garden.
She kind of had
Do
two
you have
bands.
any information on what these sound like? I want to know what.
Nah, sorry. I don't actually. I
Okay.
should have grabbed some. Probably like same. I mean, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure she was like the singer in them, but yeah.
I'm going number 2. And Brad,
I'm gonna go My Bee's
wow.
Garden.
Oh, wait, hang on. Are we trying to pick out the one
Yeah.
that's fake or the one that's
Yeah, the
like,
The one
fake.
that's fake, and you don't have to
One
all
that's
choose
fake.
the same one. You can lock in whatever you want.
Yeah,
I'm going Rogue.
I'm going 2.
I'm going the third one.
All right, I'll go 1 just for the spirit of competition.
The spirit of competition.
Spirit of competition,
That's per.
baby.
That's
Hey.
per. All right. Sweet. So, My Bee's Garden, actual band. Sorry, Brad.
Sucked in
Okay.
Brad.
Oh,
You dog.
Number
Bugger
2, the Narcoleptic Dancers was also a band. I made up number 1, A Portrait of Fatigue, and as per, Adam wins.
Yeah,
I
was
win every time, and I didn't even try that time.
Wow.
is it always number 1?
A great
That's
start.
good. I like that.
Nah, try and change it up. But
There you
yeah,
go.
Portrait of Fatigue. What do you think about that band? I might tweet that band name, Portrait of
Portrait-
Fatigue.
It's pretty good. It was either 1 or 3 for me, and I had a feeling, but
Portrait
Yeah,
of Fatigue's
I'm actually
good.
I'm glad, Jack, you chose 2 because you think I'm like intellectual enough to put the narcoleptic dancers,
think
like
about
narcoleptic in a band name.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not good enough for that shit. Nice work though, Adam. Another
The fake
point
one
for
is
you.
the best name out of those 3, I would say.
Yeah.
Portrait of Fatigue. Fuck yeah.
Portrait. I would go see Portrait of.
it sounds like a prog metal band.
Like an
Yeah,
art.
they
That'd
sound
be very
really goth.
arty.
Sounds like a Dream
Yeah.
Theater album, actually.
Oh, rightio, Brad. We get it. You love your Dream Theater.
Do you like Dream Theater, Jack?
I do like Dream Theater.
Hell
They're a
yeah!
great band.
Brad's always trying to find people
Thank
who
you.
like Dream Theater. It's not an essential search.
I like them at school, but I haven't.
Oh, me too. Me too.
I'm
That's
very
it.
them and Tool and Carnivals.
Hell yeah.
The same playlist.
Mhm.
Carnival. Do you know those guys? Birds of Tokyo?
Yeah.
I'm singing Perth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Ian Kenny. He's actually having a wedding today, I think. Or
Huh.
yesterday.
Shout out to Ian.
Yeah, down south.
Mazel
There
tov.
you go. Mazel tov, Ian.
Yeah. We have one more thing left to do on the show. We got to rate these albums out of 10. We don't just rate them out of 10 though. What are we going to rate them out of? 10 what? 10.
Ooh.
10 for Cosmogramma. 10
Pickles.
fucking Pickles.
Oh,
pickles?
I didn't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
go
we don't
10
really explain
pickles.
this too well, do we?
10
And
pickles,
then
10
what about-
frogs. No, don't do that.
Melody.
10 Kevins.
10 Kevin.
10 Kevin.
No.
10 Kevin.
All right.
10 Kevin.
He's kicking
Let's
off.
do it then. Jack, we'll go around. We'll do one album at once.
Well, I got told pick your favorite album, so these are definitely.
Wait, if they're both... No, I was just about
That's
to say,
all right.
if you want to give them 10s,
I'm
give
gonna
them
go-
10s.
We have Danny, who's our drummer, who reckons you've only allowed 1 10. It was like the scale of 10 is like,
I kind of agree with that.
yeah. So if you were like that person's a 10 or like this band's a 10 or whatever, it's like you've already said it. You've already used it. You can have a lot of 9s, but like you only got 1 10. Else your height of excellence is dependent on a lot of things. So maybe I can say a
We'll do
9,
one album. We'll go one album at once. So what are you
Okay.
doing, Flying Lotus?
10. I'm giving him 10.
Boom.
Bang.
Well,
Boom.
Yeah.
I wish Danny told us that before we started the pod. I've given out like 6 10s. I've given out a few. I think Brad's only given one though.
Hey,
I've only given out 1 10.
you got to throw 10s. Throw away 10s.
Depends on how
10s
many
aren't
beers
not
I've
to be
had.
taken lightly.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. I haven't given it a 10 in a while
Exactly
though. All right, sweet 10. Adam, what are you giving it?
I'm gonna give it
Cosmogramma, that
a
is.
9, I think.
Oh.
But only because I've only listened to it for the first time this week. So, and as we've said before, it's so much to unpack. So I think I've got a bit more exploring to do. But it is just overwhelmingly crazy and just so many different pulls from so many different styles. And yeah, I love it. I love it. Great to sit in a dark room and listen to. Which I'll probably do again tonight, I'd say. So
The dark room.
in a dark room, it was perfect listening.
Oh, you have your own dark room.
I did.
for
My listening room was
photography.
just the floor.
Photography dark
Me
room.
on the floor.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Brad, what are you giving it?
Yeah, I don't know. If I could give an 8.5, I probably would.
Oh yeah, we don't do decimals, Jack.
Exactly
Yeah.
right.
Alright.
So, I feel like for me, You're Dead is I've only given out 10s are hard to come by. So I feel like You're Dead's a 9. Personally, I feel like this is a step below, just for me, just purely like what I grew up with.
This is fighting talk, Brad.
Yeah.
I know. I'm a You're Dead sort of guy, so I'm gonna give this an 8. I think, but that being said, I feel like the beat making on this album is maybe superior. I feel like it's a higher learning. We're not smart enough for this. I'm not smart enough for this, but I can like observe it and like appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good shout.
I'm gonna go an 8.
Side note,
Yeah.
sorry, just to butt in. You know the track with Tom? Is it Tom,
Tom
or
York.
Tom? It's
Tom
Tom.
York.
Tom York.
Song. Yeah.
That song. Well, the idea about it is just that no one understands him and how that frustrates him. His whole life, no one can get on the same level as him, and that's his biggest frustration. He said. So that's
Tom
like a lot
York
of
said
the
that,
album's
or
about.
Flying Lotus said.
Flying
that.
Lotus said that. Sorry, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I seriously think it's like the name Cosmogramma is so perfect for it.
Yeah.
It's universal language that I don't understand.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
For sure. I'm gonna back
And
you up,
everyone
Brad.
should try. Everyone should have a listen and at least
Definitely.
try it. It's not for everyone, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. Oh,
Should be,
you say
yeah.
that. I'm going to back you up. I'm giving you an 8. You say that, but like,
Yeah.
you know me. Everyone who listens to this show knows me. I like my punk, my emo, my rock, my heavy music, my guitars. But this shit is so good and is nothing like that at all. And I fucking loved it, hey. Like, it's,
Yeah.
as I said before, it's good for like any setting. Chuck it on when you're cooking dinner, doing the dishes, in the shower. If you have that much time in the shower, I'm a personally get in there, cold shower, get out kind of guy. But yeah, I couldn't recommend it enough. But I'm not going to go as high because I don't know. It was the first time I listened to it. I'll be going back, but yeah, I'm going to stick with an 8.
In the bath
Amazing.
with the coaster. That's
Yeah.
That's that description perfect. Jason.
Yeah.
Me a bath with a toaster.
Yeah, maybe. All right, let's do Melody's Echo Chamber self-titled out of 10 Kevins. It's funny because we started saying how like everyone just talks about this album and talks about Kevin Parker, and here we are giving it out of 10 Kevins. Jack,
Not bad.
no worries. Jack, what are you giving it?
After saying my spiel about the 10s, if I gave it a 10 again, I'd just be a liar.
Well, go on, give it one.
Giving it a 10. There you go.
Yeah.
Rules out the door. Rules gone.
That's all we want to hear.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say. If like pick your favorite albums, and if they're not 10s, then
Oh, exactly.
what
Yeah,
is life?
Explain it. Exactly
Um,
right.
hectic. Adam?
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go. Probably. I'll go a 7. I think for this one. I would say it's 2 less in my brain to Cosmogramma. I would say only because it really did dishearten me a little bit when I heard that it was Kevin Parker. Not that it's a bad thing, so I love Kevin Parker, but it did take away. I was kind of then just focused on like now just putting that against Tame Impala records in my brain. But that said, I did really enjoy it, and I thought a lot of it, like a lot of the lyrics ideas, were pretty interesting. And obviously the production's impeccable. It's so good. But I'll give it a 7. I'd say because I probably wasn't as focused on her. Really on her vocals as much.
Yeah.
Mostly the instrumentals.
Sorry to keep cutting.
Sorry. Am I cutting out?
No, I don't even know.
No, go Jack.
My mic been on the whole time. You guys just waving.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Jack?
No, I was saying like I completely get you about the Kevin thing but apart from the record, I was listening to the radio the other day and it was like a Tame Impala song came on, but I didn't know it was a Tame Impala song. I haven't listened to the recent stuff. Anyway, I was like, fuck, this sounds amazing. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I put it on Shazam and it was like Tame Impala, like from whatever the new thing was. Was it Currents?
Slow Rush.
So Rush.
Sorry, no, Slow Rush.
Yeah.
A song of that, but it's like one of the endings sort of heavy. I was like, no! I was like, I got done. I got full Impala'd. But yeah, I didn't like it on first listen, but then I must Shazamming it.
Yeah. Shout out to Zam.
Yeah.
Bradley, what are you giving it?
I feel like I might give this an 8 as well. I'm a massive lonerism guy, and this is like you can hear it for sure. I didn't look into the lyrics too much, but just from a listening standpoint, I had an amazing time. I am seeking this on record, on vinyl, I think.
Well, no.
I think it's really good to just put on rather than trying to.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to dissect anything. It's just same as lonerism. Really, I'm not trying to dissect anything. It's a really pleasurable listening experience. So I'm gonna fat 8.
Nice. Gonna give it a 7. The production is like crazy good, and don't want to mention he should not be named, but like the sounds are amazing. Like sonically, this album rules. It's really, really nice to listen to. But I don't know, comparing it to Cosmogramma, it's like not as much to grab onto. There's not as much like wow factor.
I suppose
Shazam factor.
Yeah, definitely not in a similar realm, are they?
No, they're not. But if I got to compare it somehow, I'll compare it that way. So that I'm going to give it 1 down. So a little 7 out of 10, which gives it a score 32 out of 40. It loses to Cosmogramma 35 out of 40. That is a fat score.
Wow.
Boom. First episode of season 6, 2022. Flying Lotus gets the little W.
Have you ever had
a big W?
Any 40s? Has there been some
40 out of 40?
Yeah.
Or 30
No, I
out
don't
of 30?
think so.
No, we haven't. The most we've given out was we've given I got the
We've
list
done a
here.
29 out of 30.
We've done 2 29s out of 30. That was Since I Left You by the Avalanches.
And yeah, I was gonna pick that one. So glad.
Yeah. And The Dream Is Over by Pup.
True.
Yeah, we're all like massive just Pup fans. So
That
we're
was
like,
good. That was. I remember watching that video. It came on Reddit where it was the guy from
Stranger Things.
Yeah, but it was before he was even in that, wasn't it? And they had that song. But I remember never hearing as many time changes in a punk song before. Like key changes and things. I was like,
Our
what
old
the
band
fuck?
literally just wanted to be Pup.
Yeah.
That was our whole mission in life, was be Pup. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted.
yeah, it's good shit. That's this ep done. Jack, thanks so much for coming on, mate. Hope you had a decent time. Have a couple of brews.
Guys, if we're in Newcastle, we'll go. I came for a game of golf. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Or maybe some chess.
And some
Chess.
chess.
Chess. Maybe chess and golf.
After. We'll go to the pub and then late night chess.
Simultaneously.
And a bit of backyard. Oh man,
Yeah.
we should run for government. I feel like
Yeah.
We're really clicking here, aren't we? This sound pretty good. It sound pretty good.
If you want to join.
But yeah. Well, when you get back from your monster tour, your play show in Newey,
Just a one-off.
later this year, show
Just to
it.
come and play it.
Fucking the Lasso Gary Hotel.
love it. Is the Cambridge still kicking? Is that still
Cambridge is still kicking.
It is.
It's pretty COVID affected, but still kicking. Yeah. So yeah, we'll keep in touch. Should be good. Next week on the show, another big one. We're stoked for this one. I guess we call them a Newcastle band. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're originally from Dungog, but they say they're a Newcastle band. John Florani, singer of Trophy Eyes, is coming on. 4. Now, I probably should have checked this. Don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Touche Amore?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I
Yeah,
always
Touche
say Touch
Amore.
Amore for some reason.
Yes, so do I.
Don't know
But
why.
it's Touche Amore,
more,
which just
more
rolls.
terrible French pronunciations on the
Yeah.
pod. this
Yeah.
pod.
But
Anyway.
Touche Amore just rolls off the tongue like brilliantly.
Sorry to France
Say it again.
for this podcast.
Yeah. Oh, we've covered a few French acts now, and we've just like.
I think
Just this one specific pod.
Yeah.
They'd be so
No,
angry.
when we did Daft Punk, we did Phoenix, and then we just sorry France. Touche Amore, parting the sea between Brightness and me, against Alt J and Awesome Wave. Another like crazy matchup, but I think I know why he chose them. I'm going to talk to him about it next week.
Cool.
So that's going to be really fun with John from Trophy Eyes. We'll catch you next week. Follow us on the socials at Record Royale, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but pretty much just Instagram. Should really get the Facebook group going, eh? The Record Royale Epic Facebook group Royale.
Dead.
Anymore.
It's dead.
Facebook's
Should go
dead,
to
isn't it?
TikTok.
Yeah.
Facebook.
We should get a TikTok.
We should get on
We
TikTok.
should just have Instagram and
Alright.
TikTok. Yeah.
I made a TikTok account, but I haven't used it, so you can use it if you want, Adam.
We'll
You
just
can
do
run
dances. It'll have nothing to do with the pod.
it. We'll do TikTok.
We'll
dance.
just
I'm a
actually use
savage.
TikTok for it's what people use it for and not try to promote
Yeah.
ourselves at all.
And then
Anyway.
we'll end up promoting ourselves
Yeah.
through that.
Yeah.
Get big and sell out.
Crack
Anyway.
the algorithm.
That's the
Yeah, follow us on Instagram. We'll be there. We'll catch you next week with John from
Hell
Trophy Eyes.
yeah.
Jack, thanks so much, fellas. We'll see you later. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.